This week I've been driving the Hyundai Kona Premium with my family of three, and it's been one of the most surprising weeks of the year for me. This small SUV is above average for the class with its features, luxury items and also cabin size, which makes this a hot contender for its rivals, the Mazda CX-30 and the Kia Seltos. Stay watching to find out why I think this little gem is worth its praise. There are two models for the new Kona range, and ours is the top model and will cost you $39,500 before on-road costs, with the regular petrol engine being tested here. That makes it a smidge more affordable than its nearest rivals, and it gets so many features that I did have to check that price tag. Some of those features include heated and ventilated front seats, heated steering wheel, as well as heated rear outboard seats. A sunroof is fitted to this test vehicle, but it is going to cost you $1,500 extra. The full specs are in my written review at carsguide.com.au if you want more info. I love how Hyundai have redesigned this, and funnily enough, they worked on the electric version first and then based all the petrol variants on the electric version. And it really works here with the long strip LED lights at the front and the rear and the heavy use of body paneling in the grille. It makes it look futuristic and very modern. The interior has been updated as well with these dual 12.3-inch digital screens that headline a streamlined dash. There's a mix of synthetic and leather accented trims throughout, and you have some lovely practical details like these extendable sun visors. Add the white facade and the sunroof and it looks very high-end in here. I must say I am very excited about this car, and I think it's because of how damn spacious it is in both rows. I have plenty of head and legroom in both, plus despite being a small SUV, I have ample elbow room as well. Tops. The seats are nice and wide and very comfortable, and I really like the storage options up front. We have a wide center console with plenty of space and retractable cup holders. You also have an open style middle console with a tray, glove box, and 1.5 litre drink bottle holders in the doors. The charging options are quite good with two USB-C ports, a 12-volt port, and a wireless charging pad to choose from. The dual screens look really good and are simple to use, but I did feel that from my driving position, I was leaning forward a lot to access the buttons. It feels just a little bit too far away for my liking. This also has built-in satellite navigation, and it was easy to get the wired Apple CarPlay going too. It also has wired Android Auto, as well as a very cool Bose sound system with 8 speakers. I'm in the back seat, and like I said, I have heaps of room back here. The seats are really well cushioned and there's good under thigh support, and I love the practical hard kick plates on the backs of these seats, perfect for little feet. Backseat passengers enjoy two USB-C ports, directional air vents, netted mat pockets, plus a reading light and the same 1.5 litre drink bottle holders in the doors. You also get in the fold down armrest 2 cup holders. My 6-year-old found this to be very easy to get in and out of because of the 170mm ground clearance. He had a good view out of his window, and I found it very easy to fit his monster booster seat through the wide door apertures this week. On that note, there are ISOFIX child seat mounts on the outboard seats plus 3 top tethers. 2 seats will fit best, but you may get lucky with 3 skinny booster seats. There's also plenty of room for front passengers when a 0 to 4 rearward facing child seat is installed too. The boot is an okay size at 407 litres, but you can bump it up to 1,241 litres if you fold the back seat down. And as you can see, I have enjoyed using the tie-down cargo net because it stopped all of my gear from rolling around in the back. Underneath the floor, you have a temporary spare tyre, and this has a powered tailgate with a proximity feature. So if you come up to your car and you stand there long enough with the key fob on your person, it's going to automatically open for you. This version of the new Kona has a 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine with a maximum power output of 110 kilowatts and 180 Newton meters worth of torque. I'm not gonna lie, you will feel those specs when you're trying to get up to speed or up a mountain and the engine whines at you, but it does have enough pep that you will eventually get there. If you're after something punchier, you can get the optional N-Line package, which substitutes in a 1.6 litre turbocharged unit, which delivers a punchier 146 kilowatts and 265 Newton meters for a total of $7,000 extra. This test vehicle is a front-wheel drive and has a CVT, which I found to be a good combo. It's smooth and relatively even with its power distribution. This 2-litre version of the Kona is a bit gutless when it comes to the open road. You can overtake, just don't expect it to be a sprinter, and I would get comfortable with getting very aggressive with the accelerator when you do need to get up to speed or overtake. The sports mode does help with this though. The ride comfort in this is good, and the suspension feels quite well cushioned. The road noise does creep up a bit at higher speeds, but overall this is quite a lovely car to travel on the highway in. There are two things that did mar my experience a little bit with the driving, and that was the lane keeping aid, because it just produced a bit of a jerkier experience for my liking, and the sound alert that pops up for speed sign recognition and the speed limit. It's a lot. It beeps all the time, and I did make the effort of turning this off every single time I drove because I just couldn't handle it. How I love a small SUV. It is beautiful to park with its 10.8 meter turning circle and fabulous 360-degree view reversing camera. The front and rear parking sensors also make this a breeze, and honestly, you will have no trouble parking this. The official combined fuel cycle is 6.6 litres per 100 kilometres. My real world usage came to 6.9 litres. And I did do a very healthy mix of urban and open road driving this week, so that's a solid result. Based off that official combined cycle and the smaller 47 litre fuel tank, you should be able to achieve a driving range of roughly 712 kilometres. There are a stack of safety features in the Kona, and I really like the blind spot view monitor that pops a video feed of your blind spot onto your instrument panel. I always feel this is a very handy feature, especially in the city. The new generation Kona hasn't been tested with ANCAP yet, but the previous version did manage to achieve a 5-star ANCAP safety rating in 2017. This has 7 airbags, including the newer front center airbag. The full safety specs are in my written review at carsguide.com.au if you want more info. The ongoing costs for this are just like its price tag, that is affordable. It comes with a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty, and you can also pre-purchase either a 3, 4 or 5-year servicing plan. On the 5-year plan, it costs just a flat $1,995 or an average of $399 per service. The servicing intervals are also reasonable at every 12 months or 15,000 kilometres, whichever occurs first. I'm just going to come out and say it. The Hyundai Kona Premium is a total winner in my books, and I was so surprised by this car. The cabin space is massive, you get a ton of features, and it has a relatively affordable price tag. I didn't expect much from the engine, but it still handles itself pretty well on the road, so this earns an easy 9 out of 10 from me. My son is usually swayed by the bigger utes and SUVs, but even he loved this one and he gives it a 10 out of 10. If you're after more details, check out my full review at carsguide.com.au, and I'll see you next week.